Hey, it's Up North Guy again. Gonna do an owner product review on my Roll N Lock tonneau cover that I've been using on my Ford F-150 for the last 2.5 years. Tell you what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and how it's held up during the time I've owned it. So just a little background on why I bought this tonneau cover. First of all, it's the only one I've ever owned, and I did a lot of research when I was looking at these things. I definitely wanted a hard shell cover, so I was looking at the retractables, I was looking at the trifolds, looking at the one pieces, trying to figure out what I like best. With this one, it was a couple of things. One was you can stop it at different positions when you open it. It isn't all the way open or all the way closed. I really like that. The second thing is it was retractable, so the whole thing goes into the front. There's nothing blocking your vision in the back once the thing is there, like a trifold might do. And then the last thing is they make this thing called a cargo manager, which is a gate that slides up and down in the bed of the truck. It only works with this Roll N Lock cover. You can't use it on its own, so it's a separate thing. You don't have to buy it with this model of the Roll N Lock, but I did because I wanted something to also manage the cargo in there. So those are the reasons that I bought it originally. Start with what I like first. What I like about it is it's got a low profile, really nice looking finish. You know, even this box that's at the front here, kind of very low. It sits really nice on the truck. It's got kind of this black matte finish on it. I just like the appearance of it. I think that's one thing that is definitely a benefit and is something I've always enjoyed with having ownership of this thing. The second thing I like is just the ease of use. And you know, all you're doing is just popping your tailgate open and then hit this little knob here, push it back, the thing opens up right away. So there's no folding of covers, you're not going up the side, you're just hitting that one-hand operation. Thing just slides right to the front, opens right up for you. Next thing I like about it, and one of the reasons I bought it, was the fact that it's got two positions when you pull it open that you can set it at. And this, has proved to be very helpful with, if you have partial load, something that sticks up higher out of the bed, the rest of the stuff you want to keep covered, this is nice, a nice feature. So all you're doing here is just pull this thing out. It'll set up one level there. You can see on my bed, this is about 55 inches from the top to the bottom there. This takes you down to about 38 inches here. So you got about 17 inches of cover on that first setting there. It just sits right there. Pull it again, it's going to lock a little bit further back. That gives you about 16 inches here at the back on the total there, and then it's covering, about 2/3 of the bed. Now for the dislikes. The number one thing I don't like about this cover is this cord here. Now the cord you need to pull the cover back. So it's connected on the back, it's connected on the front. The problem with it is it lays right down in the middle of the truck bed. So if you're moving anything from side to side, I'm always covering this thing up and then having to dig it back out in order to close the cover. So I don't know that there's any way around it because you have to have something to be able to pull the cover back, but this thing is in the way, I would say, about 100% of the time. Next thing that I don't like about it is the fact that this box, which contains the whole retractable cover here, takes up just too much room. I mean, this one, I think, and I looked at this, was the smallest displacement of the truck bed that you could have. So that's one reason that I got it. And a retractable's got to go somewhere, so it goes into this box. The issue with this one though is it just takes up too much room. I mean, it's going to take up about 9 inches of bed space here roughly, which may not seem like a lot, but I can tell you, I mean, so many times where I just wish I had that extra space in the front, and I don't, because this thing is here. And then also you lose a little bit at the bottom. This is going to go up about 14 inches there underneath the bottom of this thing here. So you can get to the full bed if you go underneath there, but then this is not nearly as high as the rest of the bed. So again, it's the nature of a retractable. I don't think Roll N Lock is that different, but it is one thing that I don't like about it, just the space that this takes up in the short bed that I've got here. Right, another thing I don't like is you got to keep cleaning this box out here. You got to take the lid off the top of it, get in there, clean the dirt out, because what happens is, any dirt, leaves, debris, whatever gets on the bed here, it's going to wash down into this little box, and you got to keep going in there to clean that thing out. So it's just a pain to do. I mean, the cover comes off. I'll show you how I do that, what it looks like, but I just don't like doing it. It's just a pain to keep going in there and clean it out. You know that it's a problem because when you're rolling the thing up and it's got a bunch of water in there, it's like giving it a bath. The last thing I don't like about it is the cargo manager. I paid extra to get this thing, but you can see that I'm not using it. For one thing, I can tell you how much I really like it, but basically it's a little bit flimsy, I found. It is kind of nice that you can adjust it. You kind of like in 2-inch increments, you can adjust the thing up and down the bed. It's not really that strong, I don't think, and I found that I wasn't using it that much. It also will take up a little bit of room at the front here, and it's already, this box already takes up too much space as it is. So this gate at the front, when it's slid all the way up, will take up even more space. It's difficult to get it out and back in again, and I found I was doing that a lot, and then I just wasn't using it very much. So it's a bit of a disappointment. Here's how it's held up over the time that I've owned it. I would say on the whole pretty good. These seals are still in good condition. The black matte finish is still looking nice. About the only thing I could say in terms of wear items, there's a little bit of a chipping that's going on here, especially like around where the lock is here. You can see the finish has chipped off a bit, but on the whole, it does seem like a pretty quality product. I really have liked it. The disadvantages or the dislikes aside, it's been a decent cover, and not a bad choice if you're looking for a good retractable cover. Hey, if you like the video, do me a favor, give it a thumbs up, share it out, drop a comment in there, especially if you've owned one of these things or had a different experience that you can share with other viewers. Check out my channel, Up North Guy. I got more videos about how-tos, product reviews, life and living up in northern Michigan. Thanks for watching.